Japanese breakfast donburi, packed with protein and fiber. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of Live Wiser, Not Smarter. I have been talking about donburi revolution, that is using Koso Genmai and making Koso Genmai donburi. Now, you can make regular donburi such as gyudon, katsudon, oyakodon, and tendon using Koso Genmai. But since you're using Koso Genmai, which is incredibly healthy, you might as well use healthier ingredient on top. So, like 2 videos ago, I shared with you this recipe, natto avocado donburi. And today, I'll be sharing with you how to make Japanese breakfast donburi. So please watch the video until the end. Now, those of you who just discovered this video today, this is the Ikigai diet channel, which is a health and longevity channel. We usually cover things like diet, exercise, mindset, and sometimes we cover Japanese blue zones because there are several blue zones in Japan other than Okinawa, and we cover from traditional Japanese health method to modern Japanese health trend such as chokatsu. So basically, this is the channel about how to increase health span, especially for people over 50 or 60. So if you're interested, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Now, Japanese breakfast. Have you ever had Japanese breakfast? It is often common to have, rice, miso soup, and some other side dishes. And popular dishes are salmon, eggs, natto, and nori. Those are very common Japanese breakfast. Sometimes we have them all together, or sometimes just only salmon or just eggs or natto. But most breakfast have one of those ingredients, natto, eggs, or salmon. But today I'll put everything in one donburi dish. That's an idea because I mean this is great. This is already great breakfast, but you need to make miso soup, and then again you cannot carry them. But once you put everything in donburi, then it's it becomes more mobile, and you can take it to the living room or any place. Now, 2 things important for breakfast. One is protein. Now, many people think protein is critical, and especially in the morning. Many people think you want to ingest protein in the morning, especially before 10 o'clock, because you lose protein at night while you are sleeping because you have a kind of a short fasting period. Even if you're eating 3 meals a day, you have like 12 to 14 hours fasting period. So you want to have protein in the morning. But there is another thing that is actually missing to most people's diet. In fact, some people are avoiding this deliberately. Like the other day, I think Joe Rogan or someone was talking about his breakfast, and he has a kind of power breakfast, protein-rich breakfast, but he's avoiding carbs. He doesn't think it's a good idea to have a lot of carb in the morning or something. But that means many people are avoiding fiber as well. So fiber is another critical thing that you want to have in the morning for your breakfast. Why? Because, longevity bacteria that I talked about before. So longevity bacteria was discovered abundant in the gut of Japanese centurions in Kyotango region. And Kyotango is a longevity hotspot now because there are 3 times as many centenarians as the national average. And this longevity bacteria is butyrate-producing bacteria. So butyrate-producing bacteria is the key to longevity. It is the key to increasing your health span. So how to increase butyrate-producing bacteria in your gut? You need to feed them, and you need to feed them with highly fermentable dietary fiber, vitamin B1, and vitamin D, and omega-3 fatty acid, DHA, and EPA. They don't directly feed butyrate-producing bacteria, but all those components are critical in increasing butyrate-producing bacteria in your gut. All right. So, according to this book, which is written by Dr. Yuji Naito, who is a researcher of the Kyotango longevity cohort study, and the book title is You Can Increase Your Health Span If You Increase Butyrate-Producing Bacteria. So he says it is critical to have fiber in the morning, just like a protein, because while you're sleeping, so you have 12 to 14 hours fasting period, then your beneficial bacteria in your gut, they don't have anything to eat during the nighttime. So in the morning, they were kind of hungry too. They want to be fed. So you want to feed them by giving some fiber in the morning. Therefore, in your breakfast, you need both protein and fiber. One of the best sources to feed butyrate-producing bacteria is brown rice. So Dr. Naito said highly fermentable fiber. So there's so many other ingredients, but brown rice is one of the best he recommends. Brown rice or Koso Genmai, which means fermented brown rice. Both are good. Either is okay, brown rice or Koso Genmai. If you don't know how to make Koso Genmai, I made a video before. It's called How to Make Koso Genmai, Fermented Brown Rice. So please watch that video for details. So in this donburi, we have Koso Genmai, natto, spinach, and nori. Those are all fiber-rich ingredients. And then spinach and nori are great because they are rich in vitamin C and, of course, fiber, which is lacking in eggs. So eggs is considered to be a complete nutritious food, but only thing it is missing in eggs are fiber and vitamin C. So by adding spinach and nori, then it becomes a complete food. And then so for protein sources, we have eggs, natto, and salmon. So I'm using 2 eggs, so it's kind of added kind of a protein. And salmon is high in omega-3 fatty acid, DHA and EPA, and vitamin D, and natto is high in vitamin B1. So basically, this breakfast can feed butyrate-producing bacteria. This breakfast helps increasing butyrate-producing bacteria. So it's fiber-rich, protein-rich, and butyrate-producing bacteria increasing super breakfast. Okay, now how to make Japanese breakfast donburi. So what you need is, first of all, you need salmon, and you need raw eggs, 2 raw eggs, and spinach, natto. So I took this natto out of fridge about 10 minutes ago, but you need to take natto out of the fridge 20 minutes before you eat. And this is the homemade natto. If you don't have a homemade natto, you can use a regular packaged natto. In that case, you use 1 pack of natto. Then you need some sliced nori. Then you need donburi bowl with Koso Genmai, fermented brown rice. Now, how to make fermented brown rice, please watch my other video. It's called How to Make Koso Genmai, Fermented Brown Rice. And you need soy sauce and olive oil. First, you want to cook salmon and spinach. So you turn the gas on. Then you pour a little bit of olive oil on the frying pan. And when the oil is hot enough, you turn down the gas a little bit and you put salmon in the frying pan. And when one side is cooked, you turn the salmon over and then cook the other side. And then in this case, you want to put the lid on and turn the gas down to a low flame. Meanwhile, you prepare natto. So you stir natto, and you want to stir natto about 50 times, or if you can 100 times. The more you stir natto, the better it is. It creates umami. So you stir natto like that at least 50 times. If you can, do it over 100 times. Then after stirring, you want to put soy sauce. You want to pour soy sauce a little bit so that natto becomes softer. Then you stir the natto a bit more. So natto mixes with soy sauce and it becomes softer and it becomes sticky. And when the salmon is kind of cooked, you want to add spinach into the frying pan. And put the lid on. You can kind of steam cook them for about 1 minute, and then you can turn the gas off. And then you simmer them a little longer. After simmering them for about a minute, you take the lid off and you can put spinach on the rice. Like that. Then you want to put salmon, but you want to kind of break salmon into small pieces. If there are any bones, you can take the bones out. Like that. And then you want to put salmon on the rice. like that. Then you take this frying pan out of the stove and put another frying pan. And then you turn the gas on again. Again, you want to pour a little bit of olive oil. And you turn down the gas to a low flame. Then you pour raw eggs into the frying pan. And you put the lid on and turn up the gas and just maybe about 10 seconds. Then you turn down the gas again to a low flame and cook it maybe I would say about 30 seconds. Then 30 seconds later, you turn off the gas and then simmer the eggs for another 20 seconds. All right. So you have fried eggs, but not completely fried, kind of a little bit like poached eggs. The softer the eggs, the better they are. Then you want to remove eggs on the donburi. Like that. So now we have the salmon, eggs, and spinach, and then you put natto here. And nori. Then finally, you pour a little more soy sauce over it, over the eggs and nori. That's it. That is Japanese breakfast donburi. When you eat it, you can kind of mix the ingredient if you like. I mean, if you can kind of eat it as it is, but if you want, because the eggs are soft, so it kind of breaks. And then you may want to mix the eggs with salmon and natto and spinach. So this way, it's kind of easier to eat. So you can sort of eat everything with rice. Just like that, yeah. And then you can use raw eggs too. In fact, in Japan, it is more common to use raw eggs. The reason why I cooked eggs a little bit is in the West, it's not so common to eat raw eggs, right? And some of you are a little worried about eating eggs raw. So yeah, that's an option for you. Okay, so now I'll eat it. Really good. Now, if you want more recipes using natto, I have a book called Natto Unleashed, which has tons of natto recipes. Not so much donburi recipes, but there are many dishes using natto, including Japanese natto dishes and some Western dishes using natto. So please read the book if you're interested. Okay, so thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, the author of Live Wiser, Not Smarter. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to this channel. And please leave your comment. Have you ever tried this kind of breakfast style donburi? And if you haven't, please try it. This is very good. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!